All right, peace as you, shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all honors, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Peace and blessing to you, hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Aki, Akrit, that's tuning in right now. And double honor to the apostles and elders at GMS, who rule well and teach well, man. Right, this camp lesson, basically going into things are heating up, as you can see in the title, because with all these tariffs, I had seen a little video on Instagram, with the tariffs raising the prices of everything, making it hard to not even just the tariffs, but Babylon making it harder to travel, you know, needing a real ID or a passport now to even travel within the states. Deporting, it's a car. It's a lot going on, man. And the video is basically saying, it feels like America is trying to trap us for what's coming, man. They want to make sure that nobody is able to move. And brothers was saying that, and back in 2020 when Trump, when he first was talking about building the wall, saying that it was to keep the illegals out, when in reality it was really to trap us in, man. Because outside of the Canadian border, Mexico border which the wall is at now, was the only way to get out of America, man. And now you see all these plane crashes and stuff. Esau, he's a cunning hunter, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Plane crashes happen every year, man. But you hear it more now because they want to put that fear in people. They want to scare people into staying still and not traveling. So what they do is now it's saying that plane they bring it up on the media. Uh, you got helicopters crashing. It's a whole lot going on, man. You know, and it's really nothing new under the sun. Esau Ben had everything already planned out. That's why when Trump first came, when he first ran, for presidency, he said that the only way to make America great again was to start over and burn it down, man. And as you can see with the new term that he has, you see that he's rapidly making the changes, because as soon as he went to the office, he started signing off on a lot of things, man. He can't put the pen down, and that goes to show that the Lord is really raising the spirits of these Edomites to come down on us, man. To come down on, you 2/3, come down to the ones that's not, you heathen nations, the ones that's not in this ministry, because the Lord's going to protect his men, but we still going to have to go through our trials and tribulations, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about becoming men, We're not little boy. When you're in this ministry, you're not a little boy. You're a man, In the eyes of the Lord, He don't care how old you is in the truth, man. You're a man, and we have to stand up for. We have to do what's commanded us to do. Thus said the Father. Thus said the Lord, man. Let me grab this real quick. This is Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. So, right. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So right, and the way he's gonna do that is by putting us through that fire, man. You know, by putting us through these trials and tribulations. You know, making us men, making us stronger warriors spiritually. You know, because we have to, faith has to be tested, man. Our faith is going to be tested. It's easy to say you believe in the Lord. Yeah, I love the Lord. I have faith in Him. Than to actually act on it, because faith is not calling on Jesus. Everything you thought you knew about the Bible and coming into the actual truth, the actual ministry, that takes faith, man. Going from calling on Jesus to calling on YAHAWASHI, man, that takes faith, you know? And that's how you know these Christians ain't got it and they're faithless, man. It just looks good. It's a look for them to go to church on Sundays, man. You know, it's a look to for them to think that they know something about the Lord, man. People go to church on Sundays and then go smoke a blunt right after, man. You know? So these people, ultimately, they're mocking the Lord. They got these other names that they, Salakia. Yeah, you know, it's a little loud out here. You know, Jake Love, that they music, man. You know? So, right, but that's why all of this is going to be burnt and in that fervent heat, man. Everything's going to be melted away, man. When those ICBM missiles hit America, it's over. It's game over, man. You won't be able to dodge missiles. The only way you'll be able to get out of that situation is being beamed up through those chariots, man. And Lord willing, we have those men, you know, because you have to be part of that remnant, the 144,000 men, and the remnant that's gonna be saved. You know. Let me grab this. Calm, beautiful day, man. Call all y'all about Shimmy Shah, man. You know, and thought I'll be y'all about Shimmy Shah for allowing me to come out and do camp today, man. Every time I come out here, every time I do a lesson, man, you always gotta thank the Lord, because the Lord knows our hearts, man. He knows who's doing this thing. You know, you be just like men who used to do lessons almost every day, and then now all of a sudden they not in it. The Lord knows they wasn't really in it for the right reason, man. They heart, he knows our hearts, man. They weren't sincere, you know. This is Matthew 10:22, and it reads, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake." Right, everybody who's against this word, man, they hate us, man. They don't really truly love the Lord. Even Christians, they hate the fact that they see brothers out here on the corners teaching. You know, they hate the fact that we're bringing out the truth, that we're telling them stop going to the churches, because to them, they looking at it. Oh well, he's stopping my money, man. He's stopping my cash cow. You know, he's stopping. He's putting a pause on my pockets. They're not really in it for the Lord, man. They're in it for their own personal gain, for the fatness of thy belly. You know, that's why you got ushers now telling them. I mean, you got preachers telling their ushers to lock the doors. You know, that little viral video that went out. He was serious too. You saw in his face. He said, "Ushers, lock the doors, lock the doors." You know, they want they this is only a money grab for those people, man. And the Lord, the wrath, the judgment He's about to bring to these preachers, these pastors, it's gonna be devastating, man. The type of judgment that's coming, man. That's why you have to get this truth now, man. Because look, you wake up every day, it's getting worse and worse, man. We're in 2025. We not even halfway through the year, and it feels like anything could pop off at any moment, man. With these tariffs, people panic buying, you know, it's so much going on, man. But you know, Jake isn't worried about that. Jake looking at it like, oh man, and you actually got some people. that I follow on my Instagram supporting, and you got Israelites supporting Trump crazy. I posted recently, you know, about stock, how the stocks was dropping. I actually did a lesson on it too. And then you got somebody who I know, he DM'd me. He said, what goes down must come up," and he, showing me a picture of 2020 stocks, how it went down and then went up, and he's saying it's gonna be the same. Like, come on, you're a whole Israelite, man. You know, you in here blocking. Slovakia. I just didn't want to talk over the. Yeah, I guess they got motorcycles or something out here. I don't know, but right. But you got our people trusting in Esau, man. Our people love Esau, man. They love Trump, man. Yo, and it's ridiculous, man. That they love Trump more than they love the Most High, man. The Lord says He does not like Esau either, man. You love something that the Lord created to hate, man. Think about that, you know. So right, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So right, you have to endure to the end. So if you saying, "Hey, I got saved because I went to church," the pastor put his or her hand over me and I passed out, I got saved. But yet, as soon as you leave out of there, you gotta go take your daily medicine. You gotta go do your checkup. You're not in those new bodies. You gotta go pay your bills. You know. So how are you really saved, man? Hey, call all y'all about see me outside. Hey, the Lord brought the sun out a little bit today, man. It was gonna be cloudy, man. It feel like the sun directly on me. Hey, call all y'all about see me outside, man. But when they persecute you in the city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man become. So right, man. So we're gonna have to be pilgrims upon the earth, man. You know, I'm gonna grab that next too. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. So right, man, we can't take matters into our own hands. We can't say, you know what, I can't wait for YAHAWASHI. Let me save myself. You know, and you're gonna have a whole lot of Israelite men that were in the truth. They they're gonna unless you got that hedge of protection over you, unless the Lord is really um already knows He's gonna save you, man, you're gonna end up faithless, man. You know. Oh, this is all fire. I got all of this highlighted. So the point is in 40, but this second edge is 16. I'm gonna start at 35. So right, this second Esdras 16:35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. So right, and that's where we are right now, man. We out here, we gotta do our camp videos, sit down. We got if you are a man of the Lord, you have to be teaching, man. You can't call yourself a man of the Lord and you're not teaching, you know. Now I understand, it's different parts of the body, but you you can't, because you got believers also, but then you can't call yourself a prophet if you're not teaching. Like those Instagram prophets, they be under all brothers different pages posting up scripts, and then you got some who study by watching other brothers, and they post so many scripts. I even recently I was watching a brother from New York video, and he was even saying like, "Hey, if you're gonna post so many scripts on the comment, because they might have said something. I don't know if they was new to his channel, but he was basically saying that you have when you watching brothers post scripts or hold your peace." And he was saying, well, the stuff that he was saying, he could have made a lesson out of, man. And sometimes, that's all it takes, you know. Hey, you can even switch it up, man. Because, I start to do like health driving talks, you know, because Elder Kazak and Elder Gabar, they talk about health a lot, man. The elders and apostles always going to health, man. You can't you can't want that new body and you can't take care of the temple that you're already in, man. You have to show the Lord like, hey, I can take care of what you gave me now, man. And you want your temple as clean as possible, because if you keep uh if you keep um consuming folly and and BS, man, it's gonna defile your temple, man. You know, I know everything is GMO here, but try to eat the best of the worst, man. you know, Even me. Um, it might look like I got slimmer, A lot of people say I did lose weight, but that's because I started eating better and I started going to the gym, working out, man. Because you want to be, you don't want to be 300 something pounds, 400 something pounds, and Jacob's trouble, and you trying to escape, man. I know you're gonna have some brothers that's a little overweight. That's not me body shaming or nothing, but you know, at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna protect His men. So that only shows you're gonna have more faith, man. Because when you're back against the wall and that standard is lifted, man, you're gonna remember the script, man. Anything can happen, you know. And the Lord, listen, we're gonna see just like how we see prophecy happening. You might see a lot of witchcraft and wickedness going on. It's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna see a whole lot of miracles from the Lord, man. Don't be surprised. You go in the house, Jacob's trouble. You pray. You open up a fridge and it's full of food, man. Now, to some people, it sounds, oh man, he's just talking movie stuff. But that shows you the kind of faith you have to have in Jacob's trouble, man. You're gonna need that faith. Yeah, even the Lord said, hey, faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains, man. But our people don't even have that, you know. So right, behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Salakia. I don't know why my phone acting like this. Okay, behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So right, and that's what's happening now, man. The plagues, they're here, man. They're drawing even closer. Because, the missiles is even a plague, man. The Jacob's trouble, that stuff is drawing quickly, man. It's drawing nigh, you know. So we definitely gotta be on our P's and Q's now, because Trump is moving at accelerating rate, man. The Lord is using Trump right now to crash a Babylon the Great, and you can see it, man. They said we lost trillions of dollars. This was the biggest hit since I think 2008 or something like that. You know, and they want to they have to think about thinking like this, man. The elites are getting older and older. They probably like high 90s, man. They want to be alive to still see the so-called agenda, flourish. They want to see people get karagmad up. They want to see all hell breaking loose. Hey, them street cameras, and I don't know if in other cities, but they starting to put up just random cameras now, because they want to be able to broadcast on their TV they want to watch Jacob's Trouble like a movie. They want to watch it like how we watch Purge, man. And that's why they all bunkered up. They're not in the States. That's why the celebrities, they're doing all these wicked sacrifices. They trying to work so hard to try and even get in any of their bunkers just to be their slaves or maids, because they ain't going to be living comfortably, you know. They want to watch all this pop off, man, you know. And they know it's coming. A woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, With 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So right, that's how the plagues is gonna be, man. They're not gonna slack. They're not gonna slow down. Once the process starts, it starts. What Jake like to say? If it's up in the start, or if it's up, you know, it's going forward, man. Hey, pedal to the metal, you know, flooring it. We flooring it, man. The Lord is flooring it. You know, it's like a clear highway. You in a supercar on a highway with no traffic, man. You could just go. That's how the plagues are, man. Ain't there's nothing that Esau Edom could do to try and stop it, and they try every time, man. But they realize that every time they even breathe, it makes everything happen faster, man. You know, when they eat, prophecies being fulfilled. You know, so so right, even so shall the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So right, even though America is gonna get the worst of it, you're gonna have some other parts of the world experiencing this too, man. But America is gonna get it the worst because it's Babylon the Great. The Lord has to make an example, just like how He did in Sodom and Gomorrah, just like how He did in the days of Noah. You know, that's how America is about to be another part of that history, man. That true history. You know, hey, it's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be, hey, it's about to get crazy out here, man. You know, just think about how big America is, man. To see all of its people just all hell breaking loose, man, that's scary, man. That's scary. That's why we need the Lord, man. If you serious about this, you want to protect your family, you gotta do what's commanded, man. You have to do your part. Because as long as we hold up our end, the Lord's gonna hold up his, man. You know? The Lord is a man of his word. If he already says something and speaks into existence, it's gonna happen. Just like I believe older video that Elder Kazak did, he even said a person who the Lord may have was gonna save, if they take the chip, he can't even save them, man. Because he already said, you take that chip, you finish, man. You know? And it's crazy because the Lord could have had plans. Hey, I was gonna save them, and look, they turned to Esau, man. They got that seed and planted into Esau. I mean, into themselves. Esau seed and planted into them, man. You know, and that goes to show you, man. Hey, a lot of destruction is about to come in, man. So right, oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. Right, and we spiritually getting ready, man. You know, we're spiritually getting ready, you know, praying, keeping the high holy days to the best of our ability. You know, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, you know. Not celebrating, you know, these pagan holidays and you know, just turning away from this world and looking towards the Lord, man. That's what we have to be doing. Looking at the Lord, you know. And we're gonna be as pilgrims upon the earth, meaning you're not gonna be stationed in one place, man. You know, unless the Lord ordains it, you're gonna constantly be moving from city to city, you know, camping, and unless you're in the city and you're in them FEMA camps, you know, the Lord's gonna place the men and everybody. He's gonna place everybody where they need to be, man. Hey, and brothers, if you in FEMA camps, don't look at it like, oh, I'm done for. The Lord gave up. Nah, because, hey, you could be in a FEMA camp, right, to help bust people out, you know, because the Lord's going to flex his power, man. Just like when Jake got money, how they want to flex it all. They buy the biggest chains. They buy the supercars. They want to flex, but the Lord's going to do the ultimate flexing, man, by giving his men, the ones that y'all call crazy, spiritual powers in front of your eyes, man. You know? Because once you see that, man, hey, all deals is off. You You know, uh, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. So, right, uh, I'm gonna jump down to 46. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captive. Right, the UN troops and the regular everyday of American people that that's gonna lose it. They're gonna be out here gun pointing, holding whole families hostages for goods, man. You know, for in captivity and famine they shall get children, right? Because they gonna look at it like, you know what? Ain't no more law, ain't nothing holding me back. Put it like this, man. You don't know who's crazy, man. Yeah, you talk to people every day. You see people walking. You don't know what a person thinking. If people was probably thinking, hey, if I could right now, I would unload a whole AR just in the crowd for no reason. I would run somebody over. I would kill this dude, kill this girl, you know? But what's holding them back is they know is the consequence. You know, if you do this, you're gonna do jail time. But once all of that is done away with, and there is no, oh, you gotta worry about jail time and this and that. People who you thought were cool, you're gonna see a totally complete different people, man. You know, I once knew a guy. You know, he even said, like, I was explaining Jacob's trouble to him, and he even said, "Yo, I can't wait till it happens so I could kill my baby mother, man." So if he said something like that, just how many more people, wasn't man or woman, man? You got women that want to kill their baby fathers, man. You know, how many more people out there you think is gonna, you feel me? Hey, this is what we have. This is why we have to do this work. This is why we have to take this seriously. This is why we gotta constantly stay prayed up, because you don't want to see things happen to your family, right? Now, if the Lord takes a loved one out, obviously it can either be mercy or they were just too wicked. Everybody's not gonna be saved. You even might have friends that the Lord's gonna save that's wicked as hell, all because you're doing the work, you know. Even people, friends of the prophets, Let me grab this. Salakia. That's right, man. This is why we gotta kick into overtime, man, because it's a lot that's happening, man. Every day we wake up now, Trump is doing something totally different, man. You know, this is the Lord letting us know, like, yeah, it's almost that time, man. We getting closer, man. And that's why we can't. This isn't a game, man. This is not a game. You know, Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, right? And people that's so fixated on the stock, oh, the stock's going back up, man. Yeah, Trump this, Trump that. Yeah, Trump is gonna help save America, man. Hey, destruction is coming your way, man, because you're saying by that you're saying, okay, the Lord isn't gonna destroy America, or we don't want the Lord to destroy. We choose Esau, man. Trump is gonna save us from the Lord. That's basically what you're saying. When you say Trump is gonna make America great again, you're saying that he's gonna bypass the prophecies of the Lord and he's gonna stop the Lord from destroying this place, man. You're saying that he's bigger than the Lord. You got people that actually pray to Trump, man. And these people is crazy, man. You know? But that goes to show you that our people is lost, you know. You even got Israelites going for this man, man. And if you're an Israelite, if you're a black, Latino, or Native American, you still voting, man, that goes to show you you're too hooked and fixated on America, man. You don't want to leave this place, man. You know, because hey, but brothers that's in this truth, man, we want to leave. Sisters, hey, this place gotta go, man. It's too stressful. You can lose your mind in this place, man. That's why studying, praying, doing lessons, staying in his ministry, even working out, doing something, that stuff is important. That's why the Lord say balance. Because if you're all the way into the truth, like I'm talking about, like overly righteous, you can actually lose yourself, man. It can make you insane because you're gonna see everything wicked. You're gonna react to everything that's wicked, man. You know, that's why the Lord say balance is important in here, man. You know, the Lord does not like overly righteous people, because at that point you feeling like you're better than the next. And in all reality, none of us deserve to make it, man. And the Lord knows that. But He's given us a chance. That's why YAHAWASHI died on the cross for us, man. YAHAWASHI is our public defender. You know, He's staying before the judge, which is Yahweh. He's been doing this and that. He's been doing this, that. You know, He's been doing the work. He's been doing this, and then it's up to Yahweh to show mercy on you or not, man. You know, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Shah. So right, they don't look unto Yahweh, man. They don't look unto Yahweh Shah. They look unto Trump. You know, they look unto the elites, Amalek. You know, they looking unto false gods, man. You know, they look unto Christianity, Jesus. You know, they don't care about the true names. These people just don't care about the Lord, period, man. And it shows through their actions, man. People living every day like nothing's gonna happen. You got people that really believe we're gonna be here longer, maybe 10 plus years, you know. And the way it is now, man, it don't even look like we can get past maybe 3 more years, man. It really look like this year can be it, man. Hey, the hopeful year, that the elect get delivered, you know, and Jacob's trouble pop off, and Babylon falls, man. And we have to pray on that, man, because we don't want to be here any longer. We want those new bodies. We want to have millions of children. You know, we want the riches. We want to be kings, man. Tired of having people looking at, oh, well, this job, you need this job. You know, freaking waking up for a company that don't give a fuck about its employees. You know, I can't wait, man, because if you actually think about when Jacob's truck pop off, you'll actually be free, more free than you are now, man. Because you ain't got to worry about bills. You ain't got to worry about clocking into work. You know, the only thing you got to worry about is maybe surviving. If you're not with the Lord, if the Lord don't have that hedge of protection over you, then yeah, you have to worry, man. You're not going to feel free. It's hard, man. You know? So, Isaiah 65:13. Actually, I'm going to start at 9. Isaiah 65:9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit, and my servants shall dwell there. So, right, man. And the elect, the 144,000, man. You know, the prophets, that remnant that's going to be saved, that's going to bring the 2/3 back through the loins of the elect. You know, those going to be the next uh, government body, man. Like how you on this side, every country, you know, you got United Nations. It's like a lot of all the leaders. When next world to come is only going to be the 144,000, man. You know, that's going to be the government body, man. You know, and we're going to be under Yahweh Shah, and King David, man. You know, Every time, the heathens, they're gonna subject to sin, man. They're gonna be subject to sin because they won't have those new bodies, so they gonna, oh man, then we're gonna be right there laying judgment on them, man, using that spiritual power, you know. Hey, this is beautiful, man. Hey, I can't wait to have these people in chains, man. I can't wait to see them build our kingdom because that's what we did for them, right? You know, all of America is built off the blood of our people, man. There's so many probably dead bodies under these concretes, and we just walking, driving over them, building houses over them, you know. And that goes to show you how terrible Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is, man. Man, in the kingdom, and it's gonna be back-breaking labor, man. You know, and no breaks neither. You know how Esau, you work 8 hours, you might get an hour break. Ain't gonna be no break, man. Your only break is when you go home, and you'll be lucky enough to even get 3 hours of sleep, man. Especially if you working for me, Lord willing, you'll be lucky if you get 3. Because hey, I'm doing as soon as that sun start rising, boom, from sunrise to sunset, man, you're gonna be out there working, man, literally. And we're not gonna be bounded by time, and different planets is gonna move differently. So sunrise to sunset could really feel like a whole 24, 30 something hours, you know. And then as soon as you go to sleep, it's only 3 hours of nighttime, you know. And then you gotta get right back up after working 30 something hours, getting right back to work, man. Getting shipped all over different planets. Hey, ask my brother Yawana, hey, you need this servant? Hey, I send him your way, man. You know? After he done worked like 300 something days straight, no breaks, ain't gonna be no vacation time, ain't gonna be none of that, man. You know? And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks in the valley of Acre, a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. So right, the ones that's doing this work, that's seeking the Lord, the ones that's trying to, rehearsing and trying to do good in the eyes of the Lord, man. Those gonna be the first ones beamed up. Those gonna be the ones that saved, you know, because missiles are coming to America, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, this place is about to get obliterated, man. Therefore, I will number you, Salakia. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, Yahabashim Yahshai, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Right, so you 2/3, you heathens, everybody that's outside this ministry. Therefore, will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. So, right, he's going to deliver you over to the sword, man, which is Esau Edom. You're going to be out there getting mowed down, man, by anything. T4Y beast, Esau Edom, because when he stretched out his hand, you slapped it away, man. And the Lord stretching out his hands by way of the prophet, man. If you see our men out here in garments, men of the Lord, man, that's how he's stretching his hand out. Not those men that's out there. They might have them with them friends, them friend shirt warriors. Not them, man. Because the most they're gonna do is just let you know you're Israelite. They're not. They gonna give you all the wrong. Hey, they're gonna tell you, okay, it's okay to take the MOTB, man. you know, just stay away from a white woman. That's what they're gonna tell you. When I spake, ye did not hear, but they're evil before my eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not. So right, us bringing these scripts out, that's us. That's us telling. No, that's just us. When we bring these scripts out, that's the word. That's the Lord speaking. He speaks through us, man. our actions are his actions, man. You know, we out here teaching, we out here bringing this word out. That's the Lord talking. That's the Lord letting you know, hey, come get saved, man. You know, that's why it's important. If you want to call yourself a prophet, you have to hit the highways and byways. You have to, man. Because how else are we going to get the elect sealed if you want to stay home? You know, you have to come out and do how you can. Just do sit down lessons, but camp has to be a priority. It has to be a priority. You have to. You can't just do sit downs your whole ministry, your whole career. You know, you have to, because the Lord, you're gonna need that push to come out here. If you, especially if you saying that you hope to be part of 144,000, they out here working, man. You know, the hopeful elect is out here working through the spirit of power. YAHAWASHI outside. So right, therefore thus said the Lord YAHAWASHI outside. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So right, that lets you know that the prophet is going to be taking care of Jacob's trouble. The Lord is going to protect his men. You know, he's going to make sure they fed. He's going to make sure that they drink. Down. Now, this doesn't mean like every day, you know, we're going to all eat. Sometimes the Lord can have it to where you won't even feel hungry. And if you do, it'll be a meal waiting for you, you know. Because what's going to happen is the Lord's only going to allow but so many people to get Karagmad up, and then all it's over, man. The Esau Edom is not going to be able to see his plan play out the way he think he is, man. Because the Lord's going to stop all of that, man. Everybody has a certain point they get to. And as soon as you get to that point, ain't no going overtime, ain't no trying to fight back, man. It's going to be over, you know? Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of the spirit. Right, because we're catching hell now. Our light affliction is happening now. Rather catch hell now than catch the hell that the 2/3 is going to get in Jacob's trouble, you know? So while y'all rejoicing, we're crying out, the roles is going to be reversed in Jacob's trouble, man. You know? Call all y'all YAHAWASHI outside, man. You know? Lord willing. You know, we be those men, man. Lord willing. I'm going to jump down to 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. So, right, America, this whole society, this place is not going to be remembered because the kingdom of heaven is going to be so beautiful. You're not going to want to even think about America, man. Ain't going to be like, oh, remember, we might have a little time. Remember when we had to do this and that? We might not even have to talk about that, man. It's going to be way too beautiful, man. You know? But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I created. For behold, I create Jerusalem of rejoicing, and her people rejoice. So, right, the Lord created us to be the next rulers of the earth, man. You know, he has a people. We're his favorite, man. You know, we're his people. You Black Latinos and Native Americans, man, and you Israelite foreigners, we're his people. You know, so Lord willing, you know, this camp lesson was edifying. Hey, Thwada Abba YAHAWASHI outside for allowing me to come out here. Call on YAHAWASHI outside, man. Call on YAHAWASHI outside, man. You know, until next time, you know, I'm going to give all honors, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rukak Kwadash. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect. Shalom, once again, to you, Akim and Agwariv that tuned in. A double honor to Apostle and Elders at GMS for Rule Well, Teach Well. Like our Apostle, I like to say, on to the next lesson. You're only as good as your last lesson, so keep leveling up, staying in spirit, and a Bible ball soon, man. We almost out of here. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect, and Shalom.